It had all the usual pageantry, the anticipation, the excitement. No, not the arrival of the Pope, the arrival of the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus in Apple stores worldwide.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The iPhone faithful and early adopters were on hand, some watching videos of people lining up at Apple stores while they themselves lined up. And here's something new. A woman in Australia sent a robot in her place to wait in line.
My boss just said to me, I know you're desperate for the iPhone 6s, but you can't miss time off work.
But for Apple, there's something more serious at work. Capturing the smartphone market spotlight is one thing. Topping your own success to please Wall Street is another. Let's go back to last year, when the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus were introduced with new, bigger screens in September of 2014, Apple registered record sales, selling nearly 40 million iPhones in the fourth quarter alone, and the new phones gave Apple solid footing in China as well. Now fast forward to 2015. Total sales of the 6S and 6S Plus are expected to fall short of last year's record. Here's why. When Apple rolls out phones 1 year after a major hardware overhaul, it typically follows up with more modest design improvements and software changes, like a faster processor and a 5-megapixel camera in the case of the 6S and 6S Plus. Also, analysts believe that U.S. smartphone users replace their phones on average every 22 months. That timeline would indicate most aren't considering the 6S or the 6S Plus. Still, more than 30 analysts surveyed by FactSet expect Apple to sell about 235 million iPhones globally in fiscal year 2016. That's a big number. But for Wall Street, which tends to focus on growth, that represents a less than 2% increase over this year's expected sales. And that could put pressure on Apple's stock price, already down about 15% since July.